One. Okay, so my name's Nick. I'm from Leverett. I'm the VP Marketing. In the room as well, representing Leverett is Sammy Manna, Chief of Staff, expert on STP, many regulatory things, and Joseph, hand up at the back. We're here to help you. As much as possible, I'm going to try and not pitch Leverett and do as much as possible to make it a very worthwhile and value-add session. We have a movie. I'm actually not going to run the movie right now. Just a show of hands quickly. How many people here are brokers, existing brokers? People looking to start up a brokerage? Okay. How much knowledge do you have in the FX industry? I remember you from last night. Okay. So I'm going to skip through all the stuff about like how to set up a brokerage, run through it really quickly, give you a little glimpse into what happens. I'm also going to take the first couple of minutes just to do a little bit of commercial on Leverett and explain who we are. So we provide technological solutions from A to Z, however flexible for any brokerage starting up, from full suite packages right down to plug-in. We have 150 employees in many departments. 50% are based on just R&D. We currently serve over 130, almost 150 brokers. We have ICSE 2 certification and a bunch of awards that everyone gets, Fast 50 Deloitte, all the good stuff that makes us seem who we are. We have offices in Cyprus, Israel, Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Kiev. Looking to expand over the next few months as well. About the solutions we give, so all our solutions are named LX. We have LX Suite, which is the full suite. It's A to Z, like you start up tomorrow with the entire package, back end, front end. LX Lite, which is our regulated solution, which allows you to start up in a very express way within a couple of hours, get going on using our license to start your brokerage. LX Trader, which is a plug-in web trader with social. LX Capital, which is our full liquidity, and BX8, which is our binary. That's it. I'm finished selling Leverett. A quick guide. I'm gonna run through this really fast. Like if you wanted to start up from scratch, you would think about incorporation, licensing, capital requirements, website processing, typical staffing and risk plan, corporation and licensing. When you talk about incorporation, we have Talaron in the room. He's the expert. He'll get you started up in seconds. The things that might influence your decision about where you're going to incorporate your company could be on regulation, corporate tax. Your licensing is what you need for the actual brokerage. It's characterized by the coverage. So correct. Okay, let's flick through again. Capital requirements. So you remember there's two types of capital requirements. One's your operating capital, which is the stuff that you need for your company to run. And the second one's your account capital. This might be set by your regulator. It's basically the amount of money that you keep in reserve to cover your trades. When it comes to website and the processing, maybe this is something that's relevant for everybody, regardless of which level you're at. Your website should be responsive for mobile. We all know that Google puts a lot of weight on mobile technology, mobile websites. It should be indexed well for brand authority. The registration and banking pages, you should have versions that fit inside your trading platform. This is very important. This is something we believe very heavily in. You should have integrated login to the trading platform on your website. And of course, you'll need a PSP to cover your payments. Typical staffing that you need with experience in the industry is a chief dealer. They're the person who's responsible for setting up all the rules and your risk plan. Sales, retention, marketing. We all good so far? Risk plan, again, something that not everyone thinks about all the time. Exposure, having enough funds available to cover your trades, managing your liquidity flow properly. You need to have a plan for technology failures. So You can ask your supplier what their DRP is, their disaster recovery program is. But in any event, you should have your own as well. You should know where you're at. This should be part of your ongoing business plan. Market risk. We all know what happens when we have black swan day, like a Swiss franc. You should have a plan in place. They're unpredictable. You never know when it's going to happen. What it means effectively is you need to have someone who's available 24/6, who's watching and doing whatever they do. The guys who reacted fastest to the Swiss franc were the guys who survived. Okay? So when you're using a technology provider, the things you're looking for are front end, back end, and liquidity. Again, I'm going to run through these very, very fast because I think mostly you guys already know this, so you need to have like an intuitive UI. Social trading has become a big trend. I'm going to speak about that a little bit more in depth afterwards. The charting and the tools should be available on download PC, web, mobile and tablet. Mobile is becoming more and more an influence in the market. It's also more and more of an influence in the way that you market. On the back-end side, you're required to have a price feed, risk management, and CRM. The CRM is basically going to be the heart and soul of your company. But the feed and the feed you need to make sure you have an accurate feed, ultra-low latency. I think everyone in the room would understand that a 2-3 second delay in the prices is going to lead to a loss for your brokerage. On the liquidity side, there's usually two parts, a counterparty and a prime broker. When we provide liquidity, we combine both of these parts together. Basically, this is where you send your flow. Up until this point, if there's anything that you need, we have a brokerage guide on our website. It's free. You can take it down. All the information that is there. It's also in detail. Again, a schedule. The schedule is also in the brokerage guide. You don't need to go through it now, but basically it's all about like setting up and thinking and doing your homework and getting up and running as quickly as possible. So where are the critical pain points? And I think this is the bit that's applicable for everybody. So the first one is budget. Everyone has a budget, and what hurts your budget or what can affect your budget is your ROI. Based on your costs, which is your marketing spend, and based on your other costs, your operating costs, like your sales and retention. There is a cumulative cost of missing your targets on your business plan month after month. Every single time you miss it, it becomes like a snowball effect, that you're always catching up on a loss that you never made, okay? And this is a point that, that becomes a critical pain point for any brokerage. On top of that, there's conversion. So you know about the effectiveness of your team, the percentage of conversion, and the reach, which is the languages. So traditionally, sales desks have to be in each language. So that means if you want to go to another language, you need to set up another sales desk. Retention goes hand in hand with conversion. Sometimes they're the same team, sometimes they're not. The point that you're trying to make, or the point that you're trying to increase, is your lifetime value, both in terms of time and money, volume, and lower your attrition rates as much as possible. The bottom line is, if there was a way that you could increase your revenue while decreasing your costs and minimizing your security risk, you would think that it's a good idea, right? Okay, so I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to use a lot of our brand names to explain it, but you can certainly look into it yourselves. I can do your homework. I don't mind if you look around like to everyone else who offers solutions, because I know that Leverett sells the best one, but feel free. So when do traders convert faster and stay longer? The easiest way to answer it is when they want to. Okay? When we look at the modern trends in marketing, so today we talk about like telling an engaging story, bringing people in, making them feel that they're making the decision. The decision has come more and more on the side of the consumer and less on the side of hard sales. And this is a trend that's building up and up as we go along. So good tech will support the way that you do your business and increase your reach and make it like easier for you to accomplish your goals. And it's not science fiction. It's not next year. It's now. They're available. Okay. The the examples I'm going to use are Sirix Social, which is our social trading platform, and Sirix Active. Sirix Active is a new platform that a new system that we've introduced that streamlines the way that you do your business. Okay, so when we talk about social, so the things that you're looking at that you want your social community to help you with, okay, is to improve your conversion rates, to lower your effective CPA, to increase your lifetime value, to increase your deposits, both in amount and the quantity of deposits, retention, and lower your HR costs. How does this happen? So firstly, when we talk about what is social trading is a system that allows traders to see what other traders are doing. Okay, from there they can learn, they can follow, they should be able to watch, and they should be able to copy automatically. They can also adjust those positions afterwards. So you get a trader, they see someone who's made really good profit, they copy them, and then they realize that they can actually take a different position or a slightly adjusted position from them. And your social platform should allow them to do that as well, so they can develop their own portfolio and strategy, and they can become the masters for your future traders as well. Okay, so what in effect the community does is it gives your traders the confidence to get started because they see that other people are making money. They see it's an easy way in to trading. And it gives them the added effect of peer support. And this is something that's really critical in today's market. So peer support means that other people are doing it, so it's good. Okay? Human beings in general are sheep. They like to do what everybody else is doing. There's an example. There was a study carried out in the US on hotels. So you know those little cards that you get about recycling your towels? They took the same cards and they put 3 different versions in. The one is the regular one that everyone got. We tried to be green. Please recycle your towels. That was the control. The second one was for every towel that you recycle, we will donate money to an ecological foundation. And the third one was 55% of our guests are already recycling. Join them. By far, the third option was the winner. Okay? This proves the mentality of human beings. They like to see that other people are doing the right thing, and they want to do the same thing. Okay? And this is where social trading comes in as a key factor, as part of your arsenal, like in converting and retaining your traders. So these are numbers from our community. We have a community that's 30,000 active users. What we saw a 14% increase in trader lifetime. On top of that, we saw that there was an increase of 47% in the number of active days trading. Okay, so we've increased the amount of trading. What happened was, obviously, the volumes went up. They went up by 55%. And on top of that, we saw increases on both the broker side P&L, but and also on the net deposits, which is something that shows like the quantity and the confidence that the traders actually got in the system. So there you go. The person who took the photograph earlier, you can feel free take a much higher resolution one now. Sirix Active. Sirix Active is something that's a little bit difficult to explain, especially within the Forex industry, but maybe outside it's a little bit easier. What the system tries to do is it tries to increase conversion percentage through a simple automated workflow. It decreases retention, it increases retention and lifetime value, increases deposits. It lowers your HR costs and security risk. Security risk, I'm talking about giving out your database to your sales team, who eventually go and they move to someone else, which is key, and lowering your effective CPA. When you lower your effective CPA, it means that you're spending less on bringing in your traders, which means that you can reach out further and make more money in the end from reaching further. Got it, Tal? Okay. So let's think about it, the situation. I need to get from A to B. Right now, the Zig Zag Line, that's exactly the flow that most people understand. What happens? You put up a banner. You take them from the banner to your website, from the website into the platform. They have a look around. They can't really do anything on the platform. They have to go back out to register for a guest or demo account. Then they have to go back into the platform, have a look around, do a little bit of limited activity, then go back out to register for another account, a real account. And then, if they're lucky, they can deposit from within the application, but usually they have to go back out again and deposit, okay? And all the way through, you need someone on the telephone telling them, please do this, and please do that, and please register here, and please deposit your money there. There has to be a simpler way. There has to be. So the way that we thought about doing it is to think about an automated and simple flow through the system, okay? A clear call to action, CTA. And it's based on a number of different sections. So there's a new user flow. As a user, you can go directly from banner into web trading platform, or you can go through the broker's website. Either way is fine, but you end up in the trading platform. This is your activity area. As much as possible, we want to keep the users within the platform. We don't want to let them go out. We don't want them to click. We don't want to disclose. We want to keep them going through. We take them through an onboarding flow, which means we show them how the platform works, where the buttons are, what they do. Bit by bit, we start introducing them without even giving a single piece of information. Bit by bit, free. The idea of freemium, you know, we hear it about. The idea of getting something for nothing is something that gives people confidence. They don't believe that you're going to try and jump on them at the first flow. We already know who they are and that they've come in. You then take them through an in-app complete task. So you let them have a few minutes to discover and look around and maybe even practice a trade, see the social platform already so they can actually get used to it. And then take them into a guest mode. For the first time, you tell them, listen, if you want to carry on, just leave us your minimal details, not your full details. This is the first time they start getting a registration within the system. Okay? We already flagged the CRM that you have someone who's come in on this level. The CRM now starts to work hand in hand with the front end. Okay? They're taken through a session which tells them, why not try and copy a social trader? Why not try and copy this person? See how you go. We tell them, we save now all your information so that when you do become a real trader, you can now keep following the same people, or you can start from scratch. Okay? Again, it's building the confidence and the understanding and letting the traders make a decision that goes through a process. All the time, we're putting messages that are pushing the conversion to real inside the platform at the right trigger moments. Okay? There's no haphazard, there's no randomness. There's no, I've just managed to get the guy on the phone and now I'm going to convert him. It doesn't happen. You get the guy when he's feeling good, okay? He's done 3 good trades. And you say, okay, you've done 3 good trades. Why not register now for a full account and start depositing? And we take them through. They don't have to put all their details in from scratch. They don't have to start a new account process. They get the same account number, and they carry on through by just filling in the extra details that they require along the way. Now straight through to the banking. Inside the application, they don't have to go out. Everything is done as a clean, clear flow. Within the application itself, we also have communication. Communication is key. We don't need to do it on the telephone. We don't need to do it in a difficult way. We can use a proactive chat at the right key trigger moments. The understanding of the data and seeing where the trader is and where they are and what they're doing is key. You take a person at their point where they can make a decision, a good decision, and you just help them over the line. This is what the system's designed to do. And this is where we believe that the future is going. This is the way that it should be. Clean, fast, simple. More automation, more chat means less resources on the ground. Less resources on the ground. It means that you can handle a bigger flow faster. It means you can effectively turn around your flow much quicker. So we talk about it, and I've spoken about this before. It's having a complete flow from guest to deposit inside the app. It's having that real-time, offline communications based offline and online communications, based on chat, push notifications, email, and SMS. And it's all based on data. Data is the key. The data and the triggers, using your CRM and your front end to work as a partnership. Numbers. People like numbers. I agree. Numbers are good. We looked at the industry as a whole. We looked at flows where we could find them. And what we saw in general on publicly traded companies was we saw a 100% increase in revenues with a decrease in marketing expense of 40%. This is where we're aiming towards. These are the numbers we believe that the package between Sirix Active and Sirix Social will take people. That's it from my side. I'm open to any questions. I'm happy to answer anything. I'm also available on the booth. You're welcome to drop by, speak to myself, Sammy, Joseph.
Can you do a small comparison between like the active and methods that implemented by Plus 500 and similar trade 360 and similar players?
So when we looked at the numbers that we went through on the stock exchanges, so I can't mention which company it is, but we took a report, a standard report, which shows like that when they implemented like a self-conversion funnel within themselves, that these were the numbers they saw: the 100% increase in revenues and a 40% decrease in marketing expenses. If you want, you can go look it up. You'll find the numbers here. I'll show you the numbers here. Who wants to take a picture? Take a picture of the graph. You'll find out which company it is by yourself. I think that the difference, what Leverett's offering, which Plus 500 can't offer you, is that we're a B2B provider, okay, which means that we've now made successful technology available to any broker. Questions? It's a basic. It's a basic need, so it's a basic component of our platform. Correct. It's a superb question, and I'm really happy you asked it because I have a superb answer. Firstly, we have 30,000 traders, active traders. I'm not talking about like the whole community is around 80,000. At any one time, there's usually 30,000 traders. As you access through Leverett, through our systems, you get access, your traders get access to the full 30,000 straight away, okay? But now that comes at, I'm sure it comes with a little bit of like fear. What happens if he does this? And what? So we have that covered as well. As a broker, you have the ability to filter out the traders you don't want your traders to see, okay? You also have the ability to take 5 traders, up to 5 traders, and promote them and say, these are the traders we think you should be following, okay? This is a way of getting something like an EA through the social trading that you promote, okay? Yeah, you have a lot of control in what your traders see. You get, it's the best of both worlds. You get the benefit of having the ability to see the full 30,000 active traders, at the same time being able to control and manage what your traders see without affecting anybody else. The trader can disconnect and their social trades still carry on. What happens is they can go in, they can either search for a profile, so based on P&L, based on their risk. We actually tell them how risky the traders strategy is. Thank you. Also, we can also give them information on what we call copy slippage. Copy slippage means that not every single trader gets the same terms from a broker. Okay? So we actually give a ranking that allows the traders to actually see how accurate the price they're going to get compared to that trader is. So they can actually pick out the best trader. They can choose to follow, or they can choose to copy. Once they're into the copy mode, what happens is that they choose between a percentage or an equity that they copy. And that carries on automatically. So it automatically opens up the positions. If they have the mobile application, they will also get a notification that the new trade has opened. Okay? If not, they will see within the trade log exactly which positions were open and how they were opened. They then have the ability to go in and edit that position. So if the person took a stop loss that's unagreeable, they can change that. Or they can actually unlink that trade and carry on running it manually. Or they can actually close the position entirely. Real time. Yeah.
Thank you. I have a few questions. It looks like a very interesting technology. How long it's been live for? When did you launch this, the social trading one?
The social trading has been live for 3 years. 2.5 years, 3 years. I think we were the first to come up with a really bombastic social. We believed in social from the beginning.
Okay, and can you talk about how this is different from, let's say, other leading social trading platforms like eToro and people like that?
Some platforms, again, I'm not going to speak about specific names, don't have their social trading within the platform. Okay, so it means you have to open up your platform on one screen and the social trading on another. Ours is integrated. Ours is also, it's not, we're not a B2C company. We're a B2B company. We have no conflict of interest. We have no interest whatsoever in understanding or going through the individual traders. We look at like a bigger picture. So what we offer is a large community that's available to everyone, which is different from what other people do. Like if you went through certain suppliers, they would give you a white label of their B2C solution. And
so you work with these 30K people you have right now, the traders. They're serviced by a number of other brokers, not by you, I imagine.
Exactly.
Okay.
So each broker has access to they know which of their brokers is active on social and what they're doing and who they're copying and who they're being copied by.
So if a broker wanted to join you, but they had concern about confidentiality of their clients, obviously other brokers now potentially stealing their clients. So how are you addressing these concerns?
I think the easiest way to address the concern is to actually see the platform and see the admin that sits behind it, because you actually see what everybody else sees. And we're quite happy to show you. I'm not going to show it here in the room, but basically what happens is only you as a broker get access to the information of your traders. Everyone else appears as just a number. Okay?
Okay, so I cannot see, for example, this guy that, let's say I'm a new trader, I join this platform, and I see some amazing trader who happens to be a client of another broker, and all of a sudden I have the bright idea that I should move to that broker. So can I see this kind of information?
As a trader, you can't see which broker they're with, and you also can't see anything other than their nickname.
So you cannot contact them directly?
You can't contact them. There's no messaging within the platform. It's purely you just see like a profile.
Got it. And one last question. If, let's say, I'm a new trader, I have no idea about trading strategies. I come on there, but maybe I think I want to trade a certain way. Can you recommend, do you have an algo at the back which can recommend based on I want to trade this currency pair, whatever, and you can show me more specialized recommendations of these are the top 10 people we think you should follow?
Another superb question, because I have another superb answer. The answer is yes. It's part of our Sirix Active Flow, where we actually look in the background and find someone who matches some kind of interest. So and the next levels that we go into is actually understand from the media campaign into the platform what we're going to recommend. Okay, but on top of that, we also know the master traders that have been the most profitable for other traders within the platform. We're going to offer up proactively these traders, but on top of that, we also have within the Sirix trading platform. I need to let me kickstart the. going to go back to the screen. Let's go back. Okay. So this is the... I know they're a little bit small. You're welcome to come past the stand and we'll show you in full. But basically what you can see is this is the trading platform itself, okay? Here there's a stream of information that happens all the time, which is trades that are happening from other traders within the community. So you can see who's buying what. Right now we're looking at understanding like if we can turn these into signals, like social signals from the market. So we can see interesting stuff like the market tends to go for sell, but our traders are going buy. To give more information. And then here, what we have is a highlighted area of the top 5 like traders that are good for you, okay? So if you didn't want to promote any of your own, the ones that you promoted but anyway would come as a little star. So you would see like Google ads, they're different from the others. They're slightly different colored. These are the promoted traders. The other ones are ranked like from 1 to 5 and actually tell you why they're recommended. So we recommend this trader because he has very good P&L with low risk. Okay, and you can also like go and search and you can dive in deeper. There's a search function. You can't actually see it here, which allows you to then search on your own parameters. So I want to find someone who's got good P&L over the last 6 months and not over the last 3 months, for example, and work out like which masters I want to copy.
Okay, and so you mentioned that this additional recommendation kind of capability is available if you're using both platforms together. Is that correct?
Correct.
So you cannot use them separately, or they can be used separately, but then you wouldn't get this more rich recommendation.
I think when we look at it, we see social as integral into the trading platform. So when we provide a trading platform, it's already integrated. It's totally inside. That's where it's working. I'm not quite sure I understand the question, but
because you talked about 2 products, the social, Sirix Social and Sirix Active. So if I want to use the Sirix Social, does it also have to be integrated with Sirix Active to get the most
you don't
results?
You don't. We strongly believe in a direction, which is why we've started developing the direction of Sirix Active, Sirix Social, and CRM as like a trinity that helps drive a broker forward. But at the end of the day, as a broker, you have to make your own decisions, what's good for you, and you can decide which to turn on, which not to turn on.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
I was hoping I was loud enough, but yeah. So the underlying technology, is it MT4 or your own brokerage?
We have both. We have a preference of using our own because you have a hell of a lot more like control in the back end. So like when you talk about like an admin, you can actually run through a lot tighter. You know, instead of like working on the 5 big meta groups or trying to like work your way through the grouping sections, we can actually bring you down to a trader and instrument level. But to answer your question, it does both.
Okay, and another question is, if I use Sirix Social, what usually happens like in real life with my total exposure? Would it be more volatile, or is it better for a broker, for my overall exposure, to use social, your product, or not use it?
We don't see the exposure changing. We just see the trader behavior change. So,
I mean, if everyone follows one trader, then I would expect I would become more volatile as a broker.
We do have the ability. We built in abilities for the broker to be able to like manage his exposure through the network, like by filtering out certain top traders if that's a strategy they wanted to take. What we did find though is we didn't really find like any spikes or peaks or like levels where it became like a concern. We saw just like an overall general like a general growth like in across. What we definitely see is that we see a lot of traders who start like by copying outright, but then manage their own settings afterwards. So it becomes like a different so it's like the same way that people like manage like through other signals that they're running through the system or charting tools or which other tools they were using. It's just a different way of like looking at trading.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You're working a book or B-book? Market maker or another book? Because we have another risk by putting specific traders on STP and specific traders on market making. So if you're seeing that there is a trend for one direction and a lot of traders are going on one master, you can control the risk by the risk management system. So it's a combination, and if you are not only market maker or not only STP, you can really play with it in the back office. So there is a solution. It's a little bit more complicated than you need to be very professional in what you're doing. If you have a lot of traders copying one master, you need to be professional to control your
Any more questions? So it leaves me to say bon appetit. Have a great lunch. I'm very happy that I was before lunch. Get all the energy. Whatever your path takes you, I wish you the best of luck. We're available on booth 16. Should you have any questions, we're quite happy to talk to you. Thank you.